Okay, Roccat, I get it. You flexing. Good after morning, welcome to Turbo Tortoise Tech. If you're new here, my name is Reese for Peace from KFC or Roccat Triple XL. And Roccat, as I've said in the previous review with the burst, is back and now they're just flexing. This right here is just pure flex. I can't help but feel it's massively influenced by Turtle Beach, all things considered, which is very good influence to have. It's not like that dodgy kid that hangs out on the corner and offers you tick every Friday. Starting off with the build quality of the cans themselves, we're not going to start from the bottom, we're going to go from the top down. Metal headband across the top, which is quite pliable. It's not too firm, but it's stiff enough that you could almost use it as home defense. The headband itself is spring attached and really nicely done, to be very honest with you. These bands over here on the side are actually like a solid piece of plastic, which is really comforting, because a lot of the time these headsets tend to break in this area. But this one, I have my doubts, because I can feel that there's actually a spring inside of here that this is then attached to. So, and even when you flick it, it gives like a little gong kind of effect to that. The cabling itself between the two cans is also like super high quality, nicely braided, quite flexible as well. It's not Pro Flex, but I'd say it's a little bit denser than that, but it's not going to interfere with anything. Rotating ear cups is always a plus, because we all have different shaped heads, so you'll be able to get it in shape. And speaking of shape, the ear cup shape is pretty damn good. Normal circumaural sort of effect to that. Very good sound isolation. One of the things that was quite noticeable. You won't need a noise cancelling function on these, because absolutely nothing is getting through these cans. The ear cups as well are built, well, all of the foam surfaces are memory foam, which starts off pretty tough. To be honest with you, it does take some time for it to loosen up, but it's memory foam at the end of the day, so it's going to remember the contours of your head, and over time it will become just that much more your headset. The headset has also been designed with Pro Specs like certification, which is a glasses friendly design, which you can see by how the ear cups are extending around where the stalks would go. So when these like sit on your head, then there's like some sort of like glasses friendly like effect to it. I don't know quite how that makes a difference, because they're still on the side of your head, so maybe the memory foam or something helps with that. I'm not sure, but apparently it's got the certification. So if you've got glasses, these will help you. These are not the widest set of headphones I've ever used, though, to be honest, and on my exceedingly fat head they did feel a little bit tight. I did have my old man and one of my mates try them out as well, just in case, just to make sure it wasn't just a me thing, which it normally is. I can't even buy caps. I can't even just go to a store and buy a cap. I have to go find the special caps that are like for the NBA and NFL players who like are giants. I'm only like 6'1" and my head is enormous. It's horrible. Moving swiftly back in the direction of the headset though, on the left side you will see all of the controls that you could possibly need. Mic volume, which is a really nice little touch to have, a mute button for the mic itself, and then a volume button on the top over there, normal power button, and then USB Type-C charging, which is absolutely fantastic. And then the obligatory RGB lighting in each side of the ear cups. Nicely diffused for the most part. Maybe the Roccat logo could be a little bit better diffused, but I think this is a tad nitpicky though. You do get a very nice, very long USB Type-C cable with it, which is a big plus, to be honest, because you can then have this channeled somewhere on your desk so that you could just plug it in. A really nice little dongle as well with a Roccat logo on, so you know exactly which one you're looking for, and it does have an indicator LED for when the device is connected. And they make a pleasant little beep boop boop beep whenever it enables and disables, but I'll show you that shortly. As we segue from detachable microphone into the headset on the left hand side over here, I have done this before, I swear, and it connects, and it's like channeled as well, so you can only connect it in one way, which is pretty cool, and then that thing points towards you, and it's got like another little mic on the back for some noise cancelling, so keyboard noises and that sort of stuff. It does help, but to give you even more demo of that, let's jump over to the PC real quick. Alrighty, so it's me talking head, and I am using the microphone that is included with the headset so that I can give you a live demo of everything that I'm doing, and as we go through it, then you
obviously get quite a broad perspective of the potential quality of the microphone itself. But starting off with the headset functionality, there's like an incredible amount of work that's been put into ECU functions. As you can see, there's literally a profile for almost anything that they've put into it, and it actually does make a difference. Albeit, I would say that the sorry, I just want to turn off this pop-up because it is a bit of a, as you can see, a harasser of parasser. It doesn't know actually when to stop itself, but it's actually like really good on its default profile, which is this balanced profile, as it were. You can reset everything if you need to at any point in time just by hitting that button, and then it'll go back to the default profile. And the default profile does have the bass marked up just a little, just a teeny weeny little bit, and it's really nice. It makes it quite warm. It feels like a very natural kind of sound that comes from the headphones as a result. These, like I say, these literally do influence how the audio functions and behaves. The voice clarity and audio clarity are like pretty like effective, except for the fact that it then cuts out all of the other sounds. Like I say, you can play around with these functions, and literally every single one of them makes an impact. The one that made the least impact was the 7.1 virtualization, and I'm so glad it's virtualized and not actual physical 7.1, because if there's 7 speakers in each headset and it's this size, how good can each speaker possibly be? Not very good at all. Having 2 big drivers further set back in the can to give you a very good audio profile is a far better way of doing things. You also have, by default, as you can see, microphone monitoring. So as I'm speaking, I'm hearing myself not only through the vibrations from my jawbone into my ear, but also through the microphone, which is a little bit annoying. I don't know why they've got that as a default, but just simply turning it off there, now it's just the normal hum that I'm pretty used to. Battery notification, automatic standby function is really nice as well. So if you do put the headphones down and you go walk away from the PC for a while and you come back, it won't burn through your battery unnecessarily, which is really nice. Like I said, you can be able to reset to set the default settings. Now, the superhuman hearing function is something that's quite interesting. It actually mics up mid-range sounds and pretty much cuts out a lot of the other sounds. So you do get better like snaps from gunfire and footsteps and all of the mid-range sounds that are associated with like FPS gaming, for instance, but then it ruins the rest of the sound palette. So it's a kind of a catch-22. It's not something I think I would use on a day-to-day basis, but there's so much here that you can actually customize. One of the best customization suites and software suites, Illumination, is pretty much the same as the as the AMO stuff. It's got the intelligent lighting system built into it to depending on your game and that sort of stuff. It changes color and that sort of stuff. You can have normal color cycle on. You can do gradients and stuff on it, which is pretty cool. Like it's got enough. It's got enough that you're going to be able to customize it in any way that you want. Breathing, blinking, heartbeat. I mean, fully lit. Like whatever your preference is. Roccat Software's got you covered, and it's super easy to use. One of the best things about this headset is just how easy everything is. Just drag and drop and click a button and you're done. And like, I cannot stress this enough, this audio quality is out of this world. Anyway, back to the studio.
Once again, Roccat just massively comprehensive with software and all of these considerations. Battery life as well. Sorry, one thing I've almost forgotten about here is battery life. I ran them for literally 12 hours solid and they were still on 50% battery. So the case of them being 24 hours worth of battery life is pretty damn accurate. It's also got a status indicator. While it only works in 25% intervals, it is a nice to have. So when you've got 25% of your headphones left, a little notification will pop up and you can plug them in and charge them overnight. Charging can also be done really quickly because it's type C. It's got fast charge capabilities, and I did test that. It does work. So if you plug it into a 5-volt 2 amp fast charge, it will charge up like finnig, let's put it that way. Probably about 30-40 minutes from 0 to full. All in all, I have to say Roccat has absolutely knocked it out of the park. This is simply the best wireless gaming headset that I've used in the last like 2-3 years. I would even say past that. I would say, as far as gaming headsets goes, the ones that I've personally used, this is the best set that I've ever used to date, at least where audio quality is concerned. There's a whole bunch of stuff, as you've seen in the software, for modifying its audio profile, but the flat audio profile that they've got in here is so good and so clean and so flat across the frequency range. It's actually kind of scary. I've been a massive Sennheiser fan pretty much most of my life. I was exposed to this at the ripe old age of 12 and basically ruined ever since. I daily drive HT598. And honestly, if these fit my head a bit better, I would probably swap out just for ease of use because they are that good. There is so little gain from this level to that level that's like 4,000 Rand plus another 4,000 Rand sound card. It's actually somewhat astonishing. I'm kind of speechless as far as like the audio quality of this product goes. It's otherworldly. Anyway, that is all I have for you in this review. If you have enjoyed it, please do hit us up with a like and subscribe. And I'll see you on the flip side with even more Roccat and an NX410. It's coming up later. Oh wait, see you. Cheers. Have a good one. Cheers, bye. Cheers, 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 bye, cheers. You know, I haven't done a really good blooper in a while to like throw at the end of the video. So, there you go. Take it and go.